Eating right is the key to a vibrant life and a bright future. And this mantra is what has made Vidya Harish, a former principal, to transition from leading educational institutions to pioneering a revolution in how we approach nutrition. And today on Beyond Her Story, on Wonder Woman Wednesday, let us welcome Vidya Harish, whose journey from education to founding Liv-lif, a venture dedicated to promoting healthy eating devoid of artificial colors, preservatives, and flavors, underscores her commitment to nurturing life through food. Let us learn more from this conversation. Welcome, Vidya ma'am, to Beyond Her Story. It's such a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Sneha. I'm privileged to be here on Wonder Woman Wednesday.
Thank you, Vidya ma'am. So people say, food is the main thing, right? In life, you eat right and things will be right.
Yes.
So, but your background is from education. Yes. So how did that shift happen from education to food and nutrition? If you can let us know, like, what was that significant moment that made this change?
Actually, being in educational institutions, we get to check children's tiffin box.
Yeah, true.
So I was not very happy most of the time, and I wouldn't blame anybody because in today's world, mothers have a lot of pressure and they are in a hurry to pack things and send the children. In fact, food needs a lot of patience, involvement, and that calm mind while we are cooking. Because food on our platter is not just a substance; it's the life-giving matter. So while child consumes it, not fresh, the duration might be from 3 to 6 hours also sometimes, and it's very cold. We had to really coax the child to eat that food.
Okay.
So I was always worried, and I wanted to start a kitchen in school or day boarding school. All that thoughts were coming. In one school, I could start community kitchen.
Okay.
And we were having it on every Wednesday. Anybody could walk in and have their meal. So that concept was started. But in all other schools, I should be getting the permission also to start that.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do that. Okay. So I considered this as an opportunity to spread the importance of food in our life.
Yeah. So Vidya ma'am, that's an interesting journey that you've had from education to food. Yeah. And now you have founded Liv-lif.
Yes.
So Liv-lif, where the food is less processed. How do you curate recipes and the ingredients for which is catering to all age groups, including the younger generation and the current generation today?
Yeah. So when we say less processed, the journey of ingredient from the farm to the fridge, I would say, or beyond that, it goes through different processing steps.
Correct.
So in the present day especially, it goes under a lot of pressure and stress.
Yeah.
The ingredients. So what I did is I started preparing everything in house. From ghee, we procured cream from the dairy whom we know, and so that it's not adulterated. And all other processing was done in house. If we want butter, we would churn from that. If we want ghee, we would melt from that. And so that we are having everything fresh and unadulterated. So all masala powders, from chili powder, we curated it according to our proportion, ratio, what we wanted. And all the sambar and garam masala, chaat masala, whatever is there, we started preparing on our own. And while cooking also, it's not that just random cooking we did. We were cautious on temperature in which we cooked. It was very slow processing, cooking process. It's not just heat up and milk is boiled.
Yeah.
It's not like that.
Okay.
We didn't do any work to finish the work.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
So
yeah. Very nicely put, actually.
Yes.
So I think it's like the food is prepared with a lot of love. That's one that I can see from the way you're speaking. You have so much love for food. Plus, you are doing it with so much patience. I think, like the way you put it, right, to do work without doing work, it requires a lot of patience.
Yes.
Because everybody is in a hurry to do things, finish things.
Yes.
But I think that is one of the core things that you do when you make these preparations.
Yes. And also, we think it as a food on a platter to fill our stomach.
Correct.
In the process, lot of lives have given their life. Whatever is there on your platter are seeds, which would grow into a plant or a tree. So, having gratitude right from procuring it till cooking and giving life to, serving it to give life to the other person matters a lot.
I think that's really deep because when we consume food or when we pick food, we don't give it a thought, right?
Yes.
But that's very beautifully put, Vidya ma'am. So, Vidya ma'am, from what we have spoken, I think awareness of food is one of your, to bring it to people is one of your missions in life, right? So, what is the strategy that you're using so that people are aware of this?
I would like to conduct workshops and workshops in schools for kids. Right from their childhood, they should be aware of what they are consuming and what they want to think and about their physical activity and their strength. Okay. So, for that, I would like to have cooking classes and workshop demonstrations in schools and colleges. And then after that, when I joined POSPOL, where I'm now, this is the first time I'm coming into the outside world other than educational campus.
Okay.
So I was shocked to see that even the youth need this education on food. And so I have a plan to give lectures and cooking classes in corporate sectors also.
Wow. So I think basically you want to cover everyone, right from kids to young adults to even corporates will have a mix of different age groups. So I think that actually covers most of the people.
Yes. I also want to start it in spiritual places and other metros so that people who come to spiritual places will experience a different energy there.
Yeah.
And so to enhance their energy, such sattvic food is necessary for them. And food in pure form, and with good intent is necessary there. So I would like to start cafes in spiritual places as well. We can cater to tiffin boxes to the students in schools, and that plan we have. Okay. So instead of mothers sending that cold food, we can just.
Oh, that will be a great concept because like you said, rightly said, when the kids open the dabba, it's so cold. Especially if you send them the morning breakfast items, dosa, idli, it becomes that cold food you can't eat at all.
Yes, many a times I have shared my food with the child.
Yeah.
Okay, don't eat this.
Yeah, very true. So, Vidya ma'am, these things that you're planning to do, is it through Liv-lif?
Yes, of course.
Okay, that's good to know. So, if you can explain the process that happens at Liv-lif, like you mentioned about the ingredients, the less processed things. So, if you can just give us a bit of details on how the whole cycle happens.
So, we have a farm and we plant vegetables and everything there, and we procure from there. And after the waste, vegetable waste, what is left, or fibers and all that goes to the compost pit, and then it is processed, becomes compost, and then it goes back to our farm. So this is how we ensure that it is organic.
Yeah.
Though we shouldn't claim organic these days. Also, when you put chemical into the soil is dead. Soil dies. So soil has life. That's why it could give life to the other organisms. So when the soil is dead and sick, what kind of vegetables do you get? Yeah. And how will it nourish yourself? So, and that happens with the milk what we consume also. So we get dairy products from a dairy where they feed their cows with organic matter, and happiness quotient is measured there of the cows. All this is done.
So it's like end to end, you're ensuring that everything is,
Yeah.
That's really nice. So apart from this, I think this might be one of the ingredients for the magic taste or the magic sauce behind your preparations and the items that you have. But I'm sure there's something more to it. So if you can just explain why is it that people who have your food rave about it so much, and what is the magic sauce behind it?
Okay. When my grandma used to cook,
Mm-hmm.
she used to chant mantras. Okay. So I too was practicing that, those chanting of those mantras. And of late, I came to know from one of the senior person who visited our company. He said, yes, it does have impact on your food. Whatever you have cooked, it will taste better and has better energy. Then about the involvement, I'm not thinking something else when I'm cooking. I will be only cooking. So that is one thing, the focus and the intent behind it. I want everyone to have that tasty food. Nobody should say that it's not good today. And that, yeah.
So all this
That intent
together.
combined together,
Yeah.
I think it makes it tasty. That's what people say. I don't know.
I know because I've tasted it and it's amazing actually.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I think this again, like you said, the mantras and all. I think nowadays people are talking a lot about it. That even when you cook at home, you should be conscious of what you're thinking, and because that is the energy that goes into the food. So I would say that you are not just doing the physical aspect of it in terms of picking organic stuff, doing the composting, getting it back, but you're also doing the energy part of it in terms of good intentions and good energy. So I'm sure you know that is the reason why, because it's like it's everything together,
Yeah.
which has been brought together, and I think that makes a lot of difference.
Yes.
So Vidya ma'am, how many months has it been now that you've started this Liv-lif?
It's around 8 months.
Okay. And how many years have you worked as a principal and in the education sector?
Around 30 years.
Okay. So how did this transition happen? I think you've mentioned, but like were you able to get into this seamlessly, or did you face any challenges?
There was positive and negative both.
Okay.
Positive is, see, when we teach children about nutrition and all those deficiencies and what it causes, all that, I used to take children to kitchen and teach them.
Okay.
So with the vegetables, fruits and greens, everything. What I believed is experience is education and not information. So from knowledge to wisdom, it's important to take children from knowledge to wisdom, from information to knowledge, knowledge to wisdom.
Yeah.
So that way it helped me from being a principal and coming here to food sector. But the challenges were there. It was like, as a principal, just give the orders and things would happen.
True.
But here I'm dealing with a different set of manpower, which needed very close monitoring. And in our first venture, we had that was first cooking for mass. And I was told that 60 people will be there. What is this? 60 people? I can't cook for 60 people. And then the turnout was 100. And it's beyond my energy, and something external power had helped me to accomplish that project. In the end, everybody were happy, and I started telling it's not me cooking, it's something else, and it's the Shakti who comes and cooks. So till today, I believe that, because I am never told that this number of guests are there today, and sometimes it is 10, and sometimes it is 30, 50. I just don't know, but I'm able to cater to everybody. I have never said no to anyone.
So, Vidya ma'am, the concept is really interesting. I mean, and it's the most important aspect of our life. Food is one of the most important aspects, I believe. So, how are you planning to reach to a wider audience? Because that is important. I mean, the more you reach, the more awareness there will be.
Yeah.
So, what is the strategy that you have to get this to as many people as you can?
I would like to cater in educational institutions and corporates and start cafes in spiritual places and metro cities. Also, see, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam is what I believe. So, I see many Western people become obese and sick, and of course, it's spreading in India also. Every now and then, little children are falling sick and they are given antibiotics where their natural defense mechanism is weak now.
Yeah.
So, I would like to cater everywhere as much as possible, and but with the sanctity of and the principles what I believe. If at all I find that I cannot keep up the principles and sanctity, then I would stop. Until then, I would like to spread it.
Yeah, I think that's an amazing thought, Vidya.
Yeah. Everybody should live in grace and live in grace.
Yeah, very well put. So, Vidya ma'am, like, what are the current products and what do you have as a part of Liv-lif now, and what are your future goals?
With the dry products, I have all the masala powders, from chili powder, spices powders, and also the mix of spices. And then we also have sweets curated for children, cookies curated for children, and it's a kids special line I call kids series. So and they are malt. They hate to drink whatever energy drinks are there
True.
at present. So I have replaced it with tastier food according to their flavors, choice of flavors.
Okay.
And then we have savories. Um, yeah, but with no adulteration, no artificial colors. So it may look dull because I don't use any artificial colors. And then no taste makers there, artificial taste makers or preservatives.
Okay.
So whatever comes from our shelf should be consumed before a week.
Okay.
Or refrigerated.
Okay.
Okay, so we have jams, we have peanut butter, we have ghee, we have mm, ice creams and candies,
Yeah.
ice candies, only fruits and cream,
Okay.
nothing else.
Okay.
So these are the products what we have, other than lunch or snacks, whatever. I have one more vision. See, most of the time, maybe because I'm getting old now, I'm getting that thought. Most of the time, we youngsters feel that elders don't have taste and they have to be in diet, they have sugar. Yeah, it is with good intention what they do, but adults, senior citizens also have taste. They have lived their life in very good food, and in the end, when they are in their twilight of lives, we are giving them something crap. So I am experimenting and curating food for them also.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
amazing.
So and it should be soft, some
Yeah, something
but
that they
tasty.
can digest easily.
Yeah, digest easily, and even their teeth might not be there.
Correct.
All these I'm taking into consideration and curating food for them also.
Very nice. And your future goals, Vidya?
Everybody should live in grace, live in grace.
Anything for Liv-lif? Any future
That's
goals?
what, when I reach everybody, from child to the senior citizens, I think my purpose of life would be fulfilled.
So, Vidya ma'am, I think your vision is like a very good thing, and you want to reach as many as people as possible. So, how do you plan to do it? Because single-handedly, it's not easy to achieve what you have in your mind. So, what is the plan for that?
So I'm looking for next gen person to whom I can hand over the baton. And also, if there are people with similar vision and interest, we are ready to collaborate with them.
Okay.
Yeah, there would be checks and measures. And I would like to train the chefs with the positive energy, how they can bring in the positive energy while they are cooking.
Yeah.
Because being a chef is not just a profession, it's beyond that.
Yeah.
They are giving life to somebody else. And yeah, less visit to doctors. And imagine the world where they are physically fit, mentally fit, people are all jumping with the vibrance.
Yeah.
So this kind of vision people should have, and I'm ready to coach them
And collaborate.
and collaborate.
And if people want to know more about Liv-lif and want to connect with you, I think we'll leave the links and
Yes.
any specific email ID or anything that you have in the description so people can get in touch and know more
Sure.
about this and maybe have the workshops and things that you have in mind.
And also support us
Yeah.
to take forward this venture.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be a lot of people, Vidya ma'am, because there is a change in the energy now where people want to have good food, want to have a healthier life, and people are moving towards what we used to be maybe
Yes.
decades ago.
Yes.
So I'm sure there'll be a lot of people who will want to get in touch with you. Amazing, amazing conversation, Vidya ma'am. Actually, when we started, I thought we were going to talk about food and about Liv-lif, but I think this conversation had much more than that. And I am very happy when I have these conversations with women, the podcast, Beyond HerStory, because of course we are giving a lot of takeaways for the audience, but I get so much information as well. And it makes me think, like the way you put it across. Of course, even I do the dabba part of it, like you mentioned. I put whatever I can in the morning and send my kids. But now that I do know about the thoughts that you have when you're cooking and all that, and I try to be a bit conscious. But I think as we get these kind of knowledge, these kind of wisdom from people like you, I think if we start incorporating it in our lives, I think it's going to be a different level. Yes. Yeah. So thank you so much, and thank you for coming here and sharing your knowledge and your wisdom. Thanks.